He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
And that's what's actually bringing you this broadcast. So we thank the folks at Streamstar so much for being our sponsor. And Rado, it's a pleasure to see you.
Hi, Don.
Rado has flown in all the way from Bratislava with his whole crew, and I've known Rado for about a year now, and I must tell you folks, he's a highly intelligent man, and I will tell you right now, Rado is very modest, so I have to extract all the things that he's done. He has an incredible background, and I think Rado, I'd like to start off a little bit, and I know you're a modest man and you don't like to talk about yourself, but you've had some amazing accomplishments, one of which you were a hockey player in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I used to live here for 1.5 years.
1.5 years? And what position did you play?
Defense.
Okay, great. So you're a Boston Bruins fan ultimately, right? That's a good thing, because you know I'm from Boston originally. So anyway, Rado, technically I know you've done some phenomenal things, none of the least with Streamstar. I mean, that's amazing what you've done with them, but you were also instrumental in helping start the internet in Bratislava. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that and a little bit about your background?
So it was not really about the internet, it was about CDN stuff. So we were probably the first ones who make like really huge CDN with a lot of gigabits per second throughput in our peering center. So that was our really first project back in 2007.
Right.
And it was really, really huge. And after a few live streams for that TV stations, we really have to put more power into the peering center because we really go over the limits of the Slovakian internet.
Wow.
So that was a really nice project back in 2007.
2007, okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Streamstar, because I think that's why we're here. A lot of people have not heard of Streamstar, but I could tell you firsthand that they're an up and new coming company in the digital media production world, and they have some amazing products. And actually, yesterday I met with Rado to do a pre-interview conference so we know what we're talking about, and he blew me away with yet another innovation, a new product that we'll get to in a few minutes. So let's start from the top. I think the first product that we'll talk about now, Rado, you're the CEO of the company. You actually invented and came up with the formulation for the Streamstar software. Is that not correct?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just my job, it's a team job. So
sure.
Thank you to all team, all the members. So yeah, the main product, our flagship, is WEBCAST CASE, which is like really truly portable all-in-one solution with built-in replays in slow motion for all channels, which is probably the only one in the world at the moment, which is really packed for the...
So it's the only one in the world that will do this right now?
Yeah, exactly. So you get a replay system with slow motion and in-out animation in one system, also switching, recording, playlist, and all packed in the portable system, which weighs like 15, 16 pounds.
What I like about it is that the form factor it's so small and so portable that you literally could throw it in a bag.
Yeah, you can fly with it.
You can fly with it. You can check it right on. You know, it's carry-on luggage.
Yeah.
And within, I would say, 5 minutes, you plug your cameras in, you connect up, you're streaming.
Yeah, it's very, very, very fast from the time you turn it on till the live streaming. So I think it's probably the fastest machine. And
I would tend to agree with you. And what we mean by fast is, you know, there are other units out there, let's say the TriCaster or Livestream, whatever, that are, you know, are somewhat competitors. But what's unique about the Streamstar is the portability, the form factor, and the fact that you don't have to have a degree in electronics to operate it. That's what's always impressed me about it. You just plug it in, turn it on, and it works, and it's almost intuitive.
Yeah, I go a little bit to the background. That from that project we made the CDN, then come the biggest TV operator in our region.
Really?
That they want to make big web TV stations, and they want to stream like 20 support games simultaneously, and they need some production tool which won't be expensive and which will be very easy to use. So at that time we did a really first generation of that product.
Okay.
Don't call it product at that time, it was a project type of product, so just for them. And they also asked us to set up a company which will be doing production for all.
So you have a
for that
production
games.
background, which
So-
is why all the functionality obviously is built
but
into it.
production background, not from broadcast, but directly from the webcast. So we came just from the webcasting, no broadcasting background. So we are trying to have a minimum cost and really maximal results.
Now, two other things. Let's talk a little bit about the configuration of the webcast case, your inputs, your outputs, things like that.
Yeah, okay, so in terms of webcast case, this is a main focus is for a little bit higher level of webcasting.
Right.
So we are using pretty much really quality components. In terms of inputs, at the moment it's 4 SDI, so HD SDI of course, and HD SDI output. There is also a HDMI input for capturing. You just plug in the iPad or iPhone and just swipe it, and it's just a fifth input. So that's direct capture for.
That's really cool. So if I have my iPhone and have video or audio or pictures on it, I just literally plug it into the webcast case.
Google Maps.
Whatever.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
it's going to run live, and it's a source.
Yeah, it's just a source. Yeah.
Very cool.
So it's a fifth source. Then you have a HDMI output, where you can make a multi-view. There are different type of multi-view you can configure.
Right.
And then what we have very unique is that replay and slow motion system, which have also monetization. So you can load.
Yeah, that's a real
animations.
important
Yeah.
feature, the monetization feature, because very few other machines allow you the flexibility, and I do mean flexibility, plus the ability to actually monetize and put in ads or banner ads or whatever it is that you want, almost on the fly.
Yeah, exactly. And also the animation before and out, the replays come in and out. I don't know how you call it in the States.
No, you're correct.
In-out animations. So
Right.
you can put there as many in-out animations for replays as you like, and they are coming randomly, so it could be advertising.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I also believe that in addition to that, you have a feature on that monetization part where you actually can get a printout.
What?
Can you get a printout, a paper copy of what was run?
Yeah. So there's a
See, now that's
statistics.
huge.
Yeah.
To me, that's huge because in this space, clients who run advertisements want to know how many times something was run and need to see an accounting of that,
Yeah.
and your system has it already built into it.
Yeah, built-in is a statistics for how many times was the in or out animation was
Right.
out, and people see that in the stream.
So you
And
get
it's
the
and it
stats
and
for
it
that.
goes smooth natively because it's not a real advertising. It's just in the
Right, it's in the flow.
In the flow, so it's not like not pushing to people like this is advertising. It's
Right.
very, very smooth.
It's a natural flow within the system.
natural flow.
Yeah,
So
that's really great.
So what other thing is very unique by our system is that we have built-in intercom and tele. So
Built your intercom and tally like. Now that's a new feature.
yeah, that's a new feature, and it's 5-channel, so 4 camera guys and 1 director, and it's really easy because from the machine there goes just one cable. It's
Right.
like Ethernet cable, goes to our small box, which is
Right.
next to the camera guy, and it's also powered by that cable. So you just plug headphones into that small box by the camera guy and the telly, and you're all set.
And that just adds again to the portability and the form factor and the ease of use of the Streamstar web case.
Yeah, then again, I'm going back to 2008 and 2009 because there we have to think about how we make it easy and what features really need the operators and how it should be easy to operate.
That's great. Now, let's get to the moment at hand, which I think is really cool. It's the first time that Streamstar's actually been on an NAB show, where we thank you for doing that. And I also got to thank you because we are actually running one of your relatively new products as we speak. This show is actually being brought to you by Streamstar, and it's actually being telecast, if you will. We're actually using your Streamstar, the WEBCAST Touch.
Yes.
And it's the coolest machine, and I think we have right there, we have a shot right now of Michel, and why don't you tell us a little bit about that unit while we have a close-up. We'll keep that shot on. This is actually the machine live right now, folks, that we are using to bring you this netcast, if you will. So why don't you describe a little bit about what's going on? Now that's touch. You can actually touch the interface there, and there's Michel right now.
Yeah, so basically, like the interface and all the easy of useness is made that it was touchscreen enabled. So from the beginning, we developed it that you can use a touch screen. So it's touch-based software solution. As you can see right now, there are 4 camera previews, and if he likes to switch the cameras, he just touched the camera. So it's not.
So basically, what you're seeing there is actually visuals. Let's go back to that shot, if we could, there, Michel, for a second. You're seeing all the visuals. You're seeing the camera displays right up now. We also can bring in a computer to bring in the text or graphics, or bring in another IT source, if you will. Correct?
Yeah.
And then he's just basically touching the screen. It doesn't get much easier than that. Certainly, you can use the keyboard and mouse, but as you can see, he's bringing up the titles, and he's just picking essentially what he wants and touching it. It doesn't get any easier to use than that.
Yeah, and just by touching, if you can operate a iPad, you can work with our system. So that's why we want to make it as easy as possible to bring to the people which have no non-broadcast skills and don't need to use the panels and whatever.
Well, that's the beauty of that machine, because it is touch, and essentially right now everybody's using tablets. In fact, I have one right here in front of me, but what I like about the touch is that it is touch. What's nice about this is you don't have to have a PhD in electronic engineering to use this system. So essentially what happens is you open this up, particularly the touch, and for students or for churches or for people who really don't want to be, quote, a techie, Streamstar really provides, I think, the best units out there. And when I opened the touch, and I just saw it for the first time yesterday, and it's basically a monitor with a small CPU attached to it, and the power that delivers is jaw-dropping to me. I still can't believe it, and it's working flawlessly, of course. Why don't we talk a little bit about the components, because I know we've had this discussion in the past, but Rado's very, 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 very fussy about the type of components that are used in all of your equipment, and it really adds to the reliability, I think, of the whole unit, because the last thing you want is to be on the air using anybody's system and have it crash or have any kind of problem with it not booting up, or situations where it's not switching, it's not reading, and you've gone, I think, to pains to find components around the world that will work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, because we've been in the industry so long, not really on the market or not in the US, but we are in industry more than 10 years, and we in the previous systems we try to use these cards and this component, and sometimes happen all kinds of things.
So these things have been really tested well.
Yeah, so it was really tested well. So and then we finally were looking for really good components, and we decided that we will never use inexpensive, or let's say cheap components in our system. So it will last for many years, and it can run like 4 or 5 days with for streaming without any problems.
Without any problems.
So before we go on the market, we test it in a real environment, because we have a sister production company, so it's real tested, every feature.
Now, we have some new products that have just come out, and actually I think we're showing them, I believe, for the first time at NAB, and I think with this next release of this next product that we're going to talk about, which is the WEBCAST Lite, I'm blown away by it, and I think this is going to send shockwaves up and down the spines of people who are competitors to you, and I'm not just saying that, but your price point on this next product has me very excited, and I think our viewers who are thinking about getting into this space to do streaming, whether it's for a church, a synagogue, whatever the case may be, high school, sports for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about this brand new product? I'm very excited about it. And the price point, oh my God.
So there comes the people to us that they really like, they are from different segment of the streaming.
Right.
A little bit lower. And they come to us like asking for HDMI, and
Right.
they want to build their own system, and so on and so on. So
Because a lot of people have HDMI cameras that they
Yeah.
bought. They're prosumer cameras, if you will.
Yeah, and
not a lot of people would buy, consumers or churches would go out and buy an SDI camera.
yeah, they cannot afford it.
They can't afford
it's
it.
a situation. So
So what happens is it keeps a lot of people out of this industry because most systems are going to require SDI in. So now you have, your Canon or your Panasonic or JVC, whatever it is, that works real well. It does 1080p, but it has an HDMI output, and you want to do some kind of switching. You want to cover some sporting event, or you want to do a podcast, or whatever the case may be.
or you can also use a DSLRs.
Right.
So the product called WEBCAST Lite, and it's basically, it comes in the box. So it's a capture card and the software.
Yep, Mike will get a close-up of that, I think. There we go.
So you get a box, you get a card, you get a software.
Hold that up there straight for Mike. Like that.
Okay. So you get all this, you just install it in your PC, and you all set. You can stream up to HD. So that's all, and the features are very, very similar from our big systems. So now everybody can stream, and the 2-input version is just under $1,000.
So I don't know if you've heard that. He has 2 inputs. You buy the card and the software comes with it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And you build your own PC system. You've got to have, probably an i7?
i7 or some Xeon, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, so you get a semi-beefy machine, which is not that expensive today for sure. And you're going to buy this card, 2 inputs,
Or-
990 or 4, but the price on the card and the software, and this is the full-blown Streamstar software, is $995. I mean, that's unheard of. It's unheard of. Now, you also have a 4 input configuration,
Yeah.
and that's what, $1795?
$17.95, yeah.
$17.95. Now, I'm not here to push anybody's products, but I have to tell you, in my experience, I don't know anybody who could even come close to that with that type of functionality and also the reliability factor. It's an amazing price, and if that wasn't enough, and I asked you twice because I didn't believe you, you're giving a free year of streaming with this?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Are you making any money on this? I mean,
No, we want to.
a free year of streaming is.
No. Yeah, we are giving a 1 year of streaming service, a professional video cloud, which is called Streamstar Cloud, and we want to make everybody stream. Everybody goes live.
For $995, you're going to get 2 HDMI inputs. You're going to be able to put those cameras to work. You're going to get the Streamstar software. You get to use your own machine. And he's throwing in a free year of streaming on top of it. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, I hope you buy some.
I hope they do too. I don't know how you could not. With the functionality that you're getting, it's extraordinary to me. It's absolutely extraordinary. And I think that's going to bring us to one final number that you did on me last night. You've now introduced a streaming service, a cloud service.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Streamstar Cloud is a platform where you can stream directly from our software. So you don't need to put their username and RTMP links and this stuff, so it's hooked to our platform.
Right.
You can also stream to other platforms, of course, it's open.
Okay.
I'll go back to the Streamstar Cloud. And it's, as our vision was that our products are easy of use, then we also make a cloud easy of use.
Okay.
So you just simply log in, click a button, create a live stream,
Right.
make a name for the live stream, and you're streaming live. That's it. So you can then manage your embed code. You have a multi-bitrate streaming. You have transcoding in the cloud.
Right.
You have adaptive bitrate streaming. You can connect to any other systems which are for monetizing.
Really.
It's really full packed, and we did it as we need it as
Right.
a producers and as for
It
our
sounds
use also.
very, very impressive. Now, can you buy the streaming service, the Streamstar streaming service, if you don't have a Streamstar system?
Yes.
You
yes.
can.
Yeah, you can. We are not like pushing that much on
Right.
that because we want to keep it mostly for our customers, like something
Sure.
premium, some premium club
Sure.
for our customers. But yes, you can buy. But if you see our products, you will buy it with that.
Wow. So let's to wrap things up. I think we've talked about 4 major products. Certainly the WEBCAST CASE. We've talked about the WEBCAST Touch, and I'd like to get one more shot of that before I let you go. I'll be referring to that a couple times during the day, but if we can get a live shot of that, there we go. There's Michelle again on the Streamstar Touch, and that thing blows my mind. It's just so easy to use. I mean, really, a grade school kid in 20 minutes will be actually producing a professional video. It's that well designed, and I congratulate you on that, and I love that. I love that interface.
Yeah, really,
it's
if we take somebody who knows what is camera, just knows what is camera,
right,
then we can like teach him in 10-15 minutes, and he can be an operator.
You know, I venture to say that there's other units out there that you couldn't learn in a week. This Streamstar makes it easy to use. The quality components that you put in, I don't think anybody compares to the quality and the tolerance of the components that you use. So that's all good, and I wish you the best of luck at NAB. I'll try to get by sometime today and say hello, and I really appreciate you spending some time with us, and I really appreciate Streamstar sponsoring the opening NAB show. That's very nice of you, and we greatly appreciate it, and thanks for letting us use the Touch.
Thank you very much, and I just want to mention that we will give a 1 a day free of webcast
really?
light every day on the NAB show. So just come by, leave a business card, and
so
you
you're
get
having
one
a drawing
free.
for
Yeah, and also with the streaming, 1 year of streaming service.
Can I put my card up there?
Yeah.
Okay, the Gadget Professor is going to definitely do
put,
that.
put 10, and you'll get a better chance.
I got one question for you. Before I let you go, and it's one of my pet peeves with anybody's products. You know, support. If someone has a problem with Streamstar, they have the ability to get to speak to you or Michelle directly. It's not like you have to go through a lot of chain of commands.
Yeah.
You support those products personally.
Yeah, exactly.
No one does that, and it's
we know what is
impressive.
behind. Yeah, we know what is behind.
And you also could log into someone's computer.
Yeah, we have remote support, so
they have remote access. Where if you are having a problem, which is unlikely, and most of the time it's user error anyway, but they do have the ability to log remotely right into your machine wherever you are in the world and see if anything is wrong and fix it.
Yeah, every machine goes with a remote system, which we know when identified and a problem, and then we log in. That's it.
You've got it all covered.
Yeah, the vision is to make a customer happy, and we want to cover like from production till manage and delivery, the whole chain for him, and he has to be happy.
That's great. Now you have a distributor in the United States, and that's Digital Media Distributors. So I guess if you go to Digital Media Distributors in the United States, they can get you to the local dealer in the USA who can sell you the products. You can always go on the Streamstar.com site for all this information. Will certainly be on your website, Streamstar.com. So, Mr. Rado Toth, CEO of Streamstar, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It was a real pleasure. I enjoyed our interview. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll try to catch you again sometime. Before I leave NAB, I'll be back in touch with you. So
Perfect.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that was certainly an interesting interview with Mr. Rado Toth. I think he's clearly demonstrated that Streamstar is going to be a player in this field now and certainly in the future. But $995, my God, $995 for a 2-channel HDMI recorder and a year's free streaming software. That's really cool. That's really cool.